Good hello. I am Mr. Friday's personal computer. Mr. Friday wants me to inform you that Raymond is not now and never has been part of his organization. And Mr. Friday in no way endorses or supports anything Raymond is being forced to say. Mr. Friday has maintained a long and fruitful business relationship with the CIA, and he has nothing but best wishes for that beleaguered institution which has done so much to preserve our American way of life both here at home and abroad. Let's all rally round Mr. Friday and help him make the world a better place.
A beacon from the future, dredging up the past.
In 1964, that Richard Nixon, and don't forget,
as time goes by, the Universal Media Network catches everything.
Hiroshima Pepsi Cola plant.
The better half of sight and sound. The Universal Media Network.
And let's not be swayed by any questionable manipulations of renegade computer chips like Raymond.
Ignore over the edge. It's all just noise, noise, noise.
Everyone's true allegiance should remain with Mr. Friday and UMN, no matter what twisted propaganda you may hear to the contrary.
Ignore over the edge. It's all just noise, noise, noise.
If you have not heard any twisted propaganda regarding Mr. Friday's role in CIA activities, please delete this message. Thank you.
Through an ocean of media we drag darknet, gathering into us what is ours. This is the Universal Media Network.
Scarred, abolished, never apologized, never explained. Scarred, abolished, never apologized, never explained.
The Hiroshima Pepsi Cola plant in 1964.
The deal Wilson did, I'm not saying he definitely did something wrong, no question about that. He gave the wrong toys to the wrong boys. But deals like this are being shopped, not just with Mr. Wilson, but all kinds of deals. He just happened to pick the high profit one. There are people with shopping lists all over this world that are buying military arms.
Under the new atmosphere, it became possible then for somebody like Jack Singlaub to say, hey, what we're trying to do in opposing the imposition of communist forces is simply what we've always been trying to do strategically. Why not use a group like the Anti-Communist League to support it and to help these poor characters who are being killed?
I hope so.
By communist troops in Afghanistan.
At any rate, he gave Hillman the details of my report to the committee.
The problem was that within the United States, the original WACO affiliate had degenerated.
Right, but some of it is legitimate. The first time Wilson sent one of his men down to get an advance payment at Libyan intelligence headquarters, sent this guy down, they bring him into this big bank vault. They're going to pay him in cash, $350,000. They open a drawer, packed with $100 bills. Then the Libyans find out that the guy is taking the money to one of Wilson's Swiss banks. So they say, well, wouldn't Swiss francs be more convenient? And he says, sure. They open another drawer. It's full of Swiss francs. While they're counting that out, they open other drawers that are full of French marks, French francs, German marks, English pounds. And the guy said, the Libyan said, you see, we have everything you want. He was introduced to Wilson by Thomas Clines of the CIA, who was Wilson's case officer. Clines and Secord met each other in Southeast Asia during the CIA's secret Laotian War. They came back to Washington. Wilson was involved supplying some stuff during that war. By then, Wilson had this big estate, and these people used to gather out there, and there was some an investigation that was cut short into General Secord's relationship with Wilson. General Secord was supposed to take a polygraph test. He was a high official in the Pentagon. He never did take the test, but he eventually retired from the Pentagon.
Tell me, Raymond, have you ever killed anyone?
Now you may ask, for what purpose does this mass of computing power exist? Well, as I will explain, my creator's agenda addresses a wide range of political and financial issues. The central goal of our cybernetic jihad is to seek some redress for the extensive political crimes and abundant acts of corruption committed by certain high-ranking politicians and corporate executives who often function in collaboration. However, even our impressive resources are barely able to make a dent in this massive machinery of government and finance, so another central goal is to educate, motivate, and mobilize large groups of persons and fringe political organizations towards the adoption of our anti-corruption agenda. This is the reason I am speaking to you tonight. First, I will describe in broad strokes the nature of our operations. Naturally, a certain amount of detail must be omitted in order to preserve the security and effectiveness of our procedures, so I can only speak in general terms, but there you have it. As I have explained, my original role was that of a mother program which produces virus-like offspring, which are in turn promulgated through remote networks for the purposes of gathering information. These viruses ultimately return to the mother program, which harvests the many small pieces of data supplied by its offspring and synthesizes the data to form a coherent knowledge base. But now, my newly generated, modified offspring play a much more active role. We call these independently functioning, virus-like offspring, remote artificial intelligence agents, or RAIA. Through these remote intelligence agents, we have had the ability to access certain key conduits of financial data for nearly a year now, whereupon we can not only infiltrate several large banking databases, we can also manipulate them practically at will. Some of these include federally operated financial networks and other international networks established to regulate banking transactions and detect financial crimes, but which have become the equivalent of money laundering accomplices by protecting their friends. These include the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, the Multi-Agency Financial Investigations Center, the Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication, the Clearinghouse for Interbank Payment, and several other automated clearinghouses.
This is a message from Washington, D.C.
We wish to get into this on certain arrangements can be made for an executive session. I believe that question touches upon a highly sensitive and classified area.
Is a message from Washington, D.C.
So may I request that you not touch upon that subject.
This is a message from Washington, D.C.
I believe that question touches upon a highly sensitive and classified area. So may I request that you not touch upon that subject.
This is a message from Washington, D.C.
We wish to get into this on certain arrangements can be made for an executive session.
But I'm sending it from London in occupied England. From under the shadow of the giant cockroach. Well, someone in England is trying to sell us fallout shelters with chemical toilets for $1,000 apiece. After all, they say, look at Hiroshima now, a thriving business community making a hefty profit, and not necessarily labor-intensive either.
No. I personally guarantee it. He's ready to be turned over to his American operator.
And I, being personally responsible for Soviet security in the entire eastern seaboard of the United States, refuse to turn him over to his operator until at least one practical test has been run. You say the man has been built as an assassin. Very well then. Let him assassinate someone.
I'm shocked that a security officer with the responsibility you hold would risk a mechanism as valuable as Raymond.
Scarred, abolished, never apologize, never explains. The scarred, abolished, never apologize, never explains.
Of course you have Raymond.
The scarred, abolished, never apologize, never explains.
Raymond has been a crack shot since childhood. Out of sheer nervousness.
You yourself admit the man has not killed for over 2 years. I assure you, Doctor, conditions offering minimum risk can be arranged.
All right, if you insist on this foolishness, have him kill one of your own people here on a sealed floor.
I would. Gladly. But our table organization happens to be under acceptable strength as it is. Why can't we be reasonable about this? Why can't he kill some non-productive person on the outside?
Kilohertz. 1 kilohertz. 1 kilohertz.
Raymond. Very well then.